Hey there, true crime friends. You know what time it is? It is time for lunchtime true crime. And this week on Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo, we are talking about deadly dentists. Today, Larry Rudolph. Larry Rudolph. Look, first thing you need to do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, put in some earbuds, because Lord only knows what's going to come out of my mouth. I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth. So look, Larry and Bianca have been married for 34 years. 34 years. That's a real long time. Okay, so things were going well-ish, I guess. And so they were avid hunters. And I was like, okay, did they need to eat that badly? Listen, I'm not even going to get into the hunting thing because some people like it, some people don't, whatever. They hunted exotic animals in other countries. Okay, so this story takes place in 2016 where they had gone to Zambia to hunt some leopards, a big, nice leopard. Can you eat a leopard? Leopard steak? I don't know. But they were packing up to come home, and then Bianca shot herself. Okay. She's an avid hunter, and she's good with guns, and she shot herself with a shotgun. How you shoot yourself? Isn't that a long gun? Do you have to have... How long were Bianca's arms to have shot herself? But, okay, Larry was like, ooh, oh me, oh my, Bianca has shot herself. She looks very dead. Maybe I should perform CPR on her. Yeah, it didn't work. Can y'all cremate her so she's portable to take home? And the people at the safari place were like, sir, we should actually probably do some real CPR. And he was like, oh, yeah. Please don't live. Please don't live. Please don't live. Okay. Yeah, no, it didn't work out. Oh, my poor wife. And so the people in Zambia were like, oh my goodness, this is terrible, Mr. Larry. We can't believe this terrible thing had happened. And he was like, right, do you have a phone so I could call the insurance company? And they were like, would you like to notify your family? And he was like, right, family. Excellent point. Okay. So, no. I'm not going to notify my family because this is bad news. You don't want to hear bad news over the phone. I'm going to wait till I get home, and then I'm going to sit them down and tell them face to face about this terrible tragedy. And the people in Zambia were like, okay, so we're going to have to mark this off with yellow tape. I don't know what they use in Zambia for a crime scene, but they came and they did an investigation, and they were like, there's a gun, there's a dead lady, let's take some pictures. Okay, give us your clothes. And he's like, these were my grieving clothes. I couldn't bear to keep them. And here's the gun. You can have that too. Yes, it was brand new and I just bought it for the purposes of this trip. You could go on and have that. So the nice people in Zambia take all the things and they look around and they're like, yep, looks like an accident to us. And then they destroy all of the stuff that was related to the crime. And he was like, look, dead wives are hard to carry on. And now that we have these two seats, I could kind of spread out on the trip back. So could you just cremate her for ease and portability? Because it's hard to carry your wife. And they were like, sure, no problem. So he comes back to the States and he's like, oh, okay. Now that that's done, me and my mistress can go on and live a happy life. And it's like, no, dude, you gotta tell all the family. He's like, okay, family, I have bad news. Bianca's dead. Yeah, I'm all broken up about it too. Let me call State Farm and see if I can't get that $4 or $5 million life insurance policy that I have on her. And I'm gonna go over here and grieve in the loving arms of my mistress. So Mr. Larry, who was a dentist, over there in Pennsylvania, had a very big and very successful dental practice. And everybody liked him. He liked everybody. Everything was going good. And his wife was like, we getting old. We're not that old, but I would like to retire to Arizona. And he was like, perfect. So he bought a house in Arizona. And so the wife lived in Arizona. And sometimes he lived there. But he commuted back to Pennsylvania so that he could also, keep up with his dental practice and see his mistress. Everybody in the office knew that he was doing the horizontal mambo with the office manager. What is it with these office managers? Doing the horizontal mambo with the office manager for the past 15 to 20 years. So she's 20 years a side chick? Although, stay with me. This could be a good gig if that's the kind of thing you want to do. Like morally reprehensible. Yes, you will be in the hot fires of hell. Absolutely. But in the meantime, you only got to be a good girlfriend like 3 days a week, tops. Plus, you getting all the money. He's saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm saying I can make a case for it. That's all I'm saying. But, okay, I mean, if you don't mind the moral reprehensibility of it and people looking at you askance and whatever, but they like it, well, if y'all like it, I love it. He half the time in Arizona, half the time here. She got that big, beautiful condo. Girl, she should have left well enough alone. But apparently, the mistress was like, listen, TikTok, I've been 20 years a side chick. I'm trying to be a wife before I'm too old to worry about it. He was like, okay, yeah, I told you I was going to divorce her soon. And she was like, you have 1 year to get this together, Larry. And he was like, look, having two houses in two places is very expensive. So let me up her life insurance and take her on a hunting trip. And the mistress was like, wow, see no evil, hear no evil. I don't want to know nothing about it. Why don't you go and do what you have to do? So he upped the life insurance, takes his wife on a hunting trip, and then she has an unfortunate accident. And so he comes back and everybody is like, oh, you cremated your wife and brought her back and didn't tell nobody. Okay, great. And the mistress was like, this is terrific. Only the family was like, nope, 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 nope. We smell foul play. And Larry was like, how come y'all can't stay out my business? She's dead already. Like, why are we still talking about this? And they were like, right, because she was our mother and our friend, and you collected $5 million, and we loved her, and she was an avid huntress. And even though we don't necessarily agree with killing other poor bunnies and kitties and whatever, she ain't deserved to die like that. Plus, how'd she shoot herself in the chest with a long gun? And he was like, geography? What's the math that uses the numbers and the letters? Some of that, algebra, trigonometry, physics. I don't know. It was an accident. And the family was like, right. We're going to have the police check this out. So the police come over and they looking around and they're like, oh, this your side piece? Oh, hey, side piece, how you doing? Did he marry her after all that time? Unclear. Anyway, so the cops are snooping around. And it's causing a lot of stress in his relationship with his mistress. Because listen, mistress, this is what you need to understand. You don't want him. You probably never wanted him. Now that he's here all the time, you have to be a good girl for like 6 to 7 days a week. Nobody wants that. Not when you used to be in a side piece. Girl, you had it good, but now you done messed it up. But okay, again, not advocating for side pieces, but what I'm saying is I could make a case for it. Anyway, so she's just like, yes, I have him all the time. And yes, we have $5 million, but the cops are always down our neck. And the cops are like, hey, come here. Got a question for you. You had your wife cremated. And he was like, yes, those were her wishes. And they were like, right. She was Catholic and the Catholic Church says that's a no-no. And he was like, right. She was a Cremation Catholic. That's a new, y'all probably never heard about that because I just made it up right now. But she was a part of the new emerging sect of Cremation Catholics. And the cops are like, right. Okay. Also, you said it was difficult to bring her home. He was like, yeah, my wife, she was like 5'8" and over 100 pounds. That's a lot. And they were like, right. But you've brought rhinos home from other countries and leopards and all kinds of stuff. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's a different, sir, I don't have a good story for that. I just made up the Cremation Catholic thing. Can you give me a minute for my brain to regenerate? I need to come up with I need a lawyer. Can I get I would like a lawyer, please and thank you. So the cops were like, sure, only because the nice people in Zambia burned up all the evidence. There in Pennsylvania, they didn't have enough evidence. And so they were like, we will follow him around and put pressure and stress on him, and maybe he will spill and say something. Okay, so one night he's out at a bar with his wife, his new lady love, whatever, the 20 years of side chick. Oh, now she's the main thing. And so they're in a bar and they're having an argument because the stress of, number one, having unalived your wife, and number two, the FBI is breathing down your throat and stuff. And he's just like, this is a lot. I'm stressed out. You spending up money. $5 million is not like, I remember when $5 million was a lot of money, but the way this heifer is spending, $5 million is not going to last us that long. Ooh, if I could just reverse that bullet and bring the old wife back, because she ain't spending the way this heifer spends. And so in his stress, reportedly, he said in the bar, I killed my effing wife for you, and you're still not happy? Now, I saw the interview with the waiter or the people at the next table, whoever who overheard this comment. And I was like, tell me everything. What were you wearing? What was the setting? What kind of music was playing? What was on the TVs? What kind of bar was this? Apparently, this was at the country club and it was like a busy evening at the bar. They're sitting at a little table off to the side. And you know how sometimes in a public setting, like the band is playing or whatever, and for whatever reason, the music stops while the band is like, we're going to take a break right now. We'll be back in 5. Right at the minute that the music stops, he says in his loudest voice, because he thinks he's going to have to talk over live music, I killed my effing wife for you. And people heard it. That is some very unfortunate timing. And the very nosy bartender was like, wait, is that Larry Rudolph? Hello, 911. Have I got some tea for you? I should be a 911 operator. The tea you probably hear on a 911 call. Anyway, so the cops were like, okay, we have this live witness who says they overheard you say this thing. Here's Larry. Yes, I said that. Oh, Larry, now I'm leaning all the way in. He said, what I actually said was, they're saying I killed my effing wife for you, and you're still never satisfied. I appreciate his creativity. That is even better than the Cremation Catholics. Now, yes, I made up the Cremation Catholic thing, but it sounds like something he could have said. But young Larry, he went to trial. They went through the whole process. Oh, the 20 years aside chick, she got prosecuted too. And both were convicted. You go through all that. You travel to another country. You live with your wife. You unalive your wife. You cremate her against her wishes, probably. Also, you kill some animals. And you dealing with this crazy woman who is clearly never satisfied because you killed your effing wife for her and she's still going on and on about God knows what. Child, he's probably like, look, I need to go to prison to get a break because all these people are driving me crazy. Wouldn't it have just been easier to A, not cheat in the first place, B, if you were going to cheat, be better at it. But listen, you was with this woman for 15 or 20 years. Give her a little bauble. Give her a nice, you know what they call that? Treats for the trick. Give your trick a treat and tell her to shut up. It's better than being in prison because you know where she ended up messing with you? Prison. For conspiracy or something after the fact. I don't know all the details, but I know she got convicted. You know what I know? You know what she didn't want? Conviction. She like the dog who catches the mail truck. What you gonna do with a mail truck? What you gonna do with a man who you knows cheats? And he got a house in Pennsylvania and Arizona. All that upkeep? Ma'am. Okay, so Larry Rudolph got LWOPed in prison for the rest of his life. His dear sainted wife, I mean, she might have been a terrible person. I have no idea. But she dead now. Although on a positive note, she don't have to deal with him. And according to Larry, he was like, my wife knew about it. I mean, honestly, if he was cheating for 15 to 20 years, in my opinion, the wife had to know. She's probably like, look, do what you got to do over there. I'm over here with my boyfriend. Whatever, just don't mess up your estate planning because all is coming to me when you inevitably have a heart attack because I seen that harpy you be messing with and she gonna kill you dead. She gonna worry and stress you to death. But unfortunately, that's not how that went down. At the end of the day, he used to be, I wonder if he could work on teeth in prison. Do they have a dentist in, well, with all these deadly dentists, we know they have dentists in prison. I wonder if they have a dental shop to fix stuff in prison. If they do, Larry can be the head of the dental shop. He can be murderer/dentist. Wonder if it says that on his little prison name badge. Okay, look. That is deadly dentist number 2. We're going to have to see what deadly dentist we can find for tomorrow. I heard that there is a serial killer dentist. I'm going to have to do some more research on him. Also, that seemed like bad business to me. Look, hug your loved ones. Floss your teeth, brush, and you have a great, safe day.